Hello everyone, today I will talk about the earth systems and how it works. Also, I will provide an example of how it is affected and how it interacts. Let's start. So, we are going to start with examples how the earth systems affect between each other. Number one, let's talk about the earthquakes. The geosphere affects the biosphere because it will destroy the nature as well buildings and landscape. In this case, when the earthquakes came, it will affect the nature because a lot of trees will be destroyed. Also, the water could contaminate and it will affect at the end the biosphere. Example number two, volcano eruptions. In this case, when the geosphere affects the biosphere as it can cause floods, mudslide, power outage, contaminate drinking water, and forest fires. As this lava is hot, it could destroy and also create another problem that we will see it in this time. Example number three, we have the whirlpool and the geosphere affects the biosphere because it hits a lot inside of the biosphere. In this case, the air will be hitting a lot and it will destroy as well trees, grass, and also there are animals that will die. So in that way, it will be destroyed. Forest fires. The solar energy affects the biosphere because if there is a forest fire, it's destroyed by the forest. So in this case, most of the trees are affected in this case, and it's not good. And it's like the energy solar panel will be something that can affect the biosphere. The last example is hurricanes. The hydrosphere affects the biosphere as water can destroy the environment because it will hit it really fast. Let's continue with the 5 examples of how Earth systems interact between each other. First example, by planning. If people plant, so the 4 ecosystem will interact as we use the ecosphere, the hydrosphere, the biosphere, and as well the geosphere. So they interact each other. The raining days, the atmosphere interact with the hydrosphere because in this case we talk about the water cycle where it shows when it's raining. Let's go with example number 3, living as humans. We as humans need to live with the earth systems in that way we can interact to give us life because we need raining, so the hydrosphere, the geosphere, and hydrosphere and atmosphere. And it's important because we live using those systems. Then we have the plants under the water. The geosphere interacts with the hydrosphere because the plants are live under the water, and in this case, it's necessary to have the geosphere at the end. Let's go with the last example, which is the rainbow. The solar panel interact with the atmosphere and as well with the hydrosphere because at the moment when it's raining, they mixed. So in that way, we can get a rainbow. Now, I will talk to a different topic, which is give 5 examples of what I would teach the weather. First, we as teachers can create role plays. So this is my idea. Show students a role plays, one activity that they can do according to the weather assigned. So they can, for example, say go to the beach and they say, I go to the beach when it's summer. So they give example of what activities they can do in that moment. Activity number 2, bring objects in the class. Ask students to bring clothes in order to explain the weather and what to use and why do we have to use that clothes. Why is it important? Number 3, weather reporters. Students can roleplay and pretend that they are reporters of each day and give, for example, the weather and advices to people that are listening to the news. Activity number 4, talk about the weather. So in this case, teacher will assign a weather to a student and he and she needs to describe in what part of the year it comes and how it affects us as humans. The last activity is sing different songs according to the weather because that could be enjoyable to students and they can see the weather there and explain it and we can find different sounds and rhythms in the internet. So, thank you for your attention. I hope it could be really useful, and see you next time.